I said to her mother, that's a charming little girl, because she has been able to survive stuff that I'm thinking, what do you mean the family left? You mean that little girl has no family? That family left? What do you mean? No, the family left. Just we don't want her. You don't want her. Okay, and I sat there and watched this little girl.
Did you know that the star girl from the reality show Simple Life was Lionel Richie's adopted child? Yes, many people are aware that Ritchie is her father, but they are so close that an outsider could hardly guess that she was adopted. In this video today, we will discuss her life story, which includes why she was adopted in the first place, what she's doing today, and most importantly, her relationship with her father. If you are ready, let's dive right in. Nicole's early life. As a child born by other parents, Nicole Richie was born Nicole Camille Escovedo on the 21st of September, 1981. Her biological parents were musician Peter Michael Escovedo and Karen Moss, a backstage assistant. When she was only 2 years old, it dawned on her parents that they couldn't provide a stable home for her, so they decided to let Nicole live with their close friends, Lionel Richie and his then-wife, Brenda Harvey. In interviews, Lionel Richie talked about her instant connection with Nicole. He described their decision to take her in as something that felt right. In a 2016 interview with People magazine, Lionel said, "We just fell in love with her and we said, let's be parents." At first, the couple became her legal guardians, and when Nicole was 9 years old, they officially adopted her, making her a permanent member of their family. Nicole's childhood was unlike most. She was surrounded by wealth and fame, thanks to Lionel Richie's success as a world-renowned singer and songwriter. Growing up in Beverly Hills, Nicole had a front-row seat to the glamorous life where she was taken to high-end events. She also had the opportunity to be surrounded by other celebrity children. In 2005, she granted an interview with Vanity Fair where she said, "I had all these uncles who were famous. I just thought that's how everyone lived." Amid the life of wealth, both Lionel and Brenda ensured that Nicole was exposed to music, culture, and art from a young age. She spent time with family friends like Prince and Michael Jackson, which nurtured her interest in entertainment and fashion. From an early age, she loved dressing up, and her artistic side became clear for everyone to see. Even though she had a privileged upbringing, Nicole later shared in interviews that she sometimes felt out of place. She was aware of her adoption and often found herself struggling with her identity. Still, her parents' love and the secure environment they provided allowed her to discover her passions. Hold on a second. Do you know what it feels like to have the caliber of Lionel Richie as a father? Let's find out. Having Lionel Richie as a father. Lionel Richie's responsibility as a father to Nicole was one he took on with an open mind and arms. Even with his fame and busy schedule, he was dedicated to providing her a stable and loving home. Lionel has often spoken about how he was drawn to Nicole and how becoming her father brought him immense joy. In interviews, he described the early days of caring for Nicole as an emotional turning point, saying, "Nicole saved me." With his status, it is easy to think raising Nicole was a walk in the park, but nothing could be further from the truth. Raising Nicole came with its own set of challenges. As a famous musician traveling worldwide, balancing work and family was no easy task. But Lionel made it a point to be present in Nicole's life as much as possible. He would often bring her on tour, exposing her to the music industry at an early age. In an interview with Oprah's Masterclass, Lionel said, "I was traveling and it was difficult, but I always made sure to spend time with her. She was my priority." Of course, Lionel's fame also brought its own set of pressures. Nicole grew up in the public eye, which meant constant media attention. Lionel knew that being a celebrity father meant protecting his daughter from the eager eyes of the media. He and his then-wife, Brenda Harvey, worked hard to give her a life that wasn't too far removed from the ordinary girl. This wasn't always easy, especially as Nicole became aware of Lionel's fame and the lifestyle that came with it. Nicole's relationship with Lionel and Brenda was strong, but like any family, they faced challenges that became quite pronounced as she entered her teenage years. Nicole began to rebel in the early 2000 years, and her behavior sometimes pressured their relationship. However, Lionel never stopped supporting her as a father. In an interview with People magazine, Lionel spoke about these difficult years, saying, "As a father, it's your job to stay the course. You can't give up on your child no matter what. Throughout all the ups and downs, Lionel and Nicole shared a deep father-daughter bond. He was more than just a provider. He was her confidant and mentor. Nicole often credits Lionel for teaching her important life lessons, including the value of hard work and responsibility. Despite their challenges during her rebellious years, their relationship ultimately grew stronger. One of the heartwarming stories Lionel shared is how he helped Nicole prepare for her wedding to her husband. He recalled, "I was walking her down the aisle, and I realized this was my little girl. I tried to keep it together, but it was a moment I'll never forget." This story was shared during an interview on the Ellen DeGeneres show. If anything, it showed Lionel's deep commitment to her daughter. You see, this relationship is not one-sided. Nicole, too, has spoken highly of Lionel's support over the years. In a 2014 interview with Glamour, she shared, "My dad is my best friend. He's been there throughout everything, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without him." Lionel's role in Nicole's life didn't just stop at fatherhood. He practically became her guide for her during her darkest moments. When Nicole went through public struggles with substance abuse and legal troubles, Lionel was there to help her pick up the pieces. His staunch support during these difficult times showed his profound devotion as a father. He says, "You love your kids no matter what, and you'll always be there to guide them back to the right path." Let's see how she survived the fame all around her. Growing up in the spotlight. Nicole Richie's teenage years were anything but ordinary. As the adopted daughter of one of the most famous musicians in the world, she grew up surrounded by wealth, privilege, and constant media attention. Being a celebrity kid had its perks, also came with intense pressure, which shaped much of Nicole's adolescence. Nicole was already used to life in the public eye when she was a teenager. She attended prestigious schools in Los Angeles, such as the Buckley School, which catered to children from wealthy families. But even in these elite environments, Nicole felt the weight of being Lionel Richie's daughter. In a 2005 interview with Vanity Fair, she said, "Everyone knew who my dad was, and that came with expectations. I was expected to be perfect, and that was hard." Also during this time, Nicole began forming friendships with other celebrity kids. The most popular among them was Paris Hilton. They were inseparable in their teenage years, often seen together at Hollywood events and parties. In the early 2000s, their friendship got to a head in the social scene. At one point, they were dubbed the it girls of their time. They embraced the rebellious, carefree lifestyle many young people admired and criticized. Nicole and Paris were part of a social circle that included other celebrity children and young stars. They frequented exclusive clubs, high-profile parties, and red carpet events. The media couldn't get enough of their wild antics, and paparazzi followed them everywhere. Nonetheless, this only added to Nicole's pressure to maintain her public image. In an interview with Paper magazine, Nicole recalled this period and said, "We were just kids having fun, but there was always someone watching." While Nicole's friendship with Paris brought her fame, it also pushed her further into the spotlight, often for the wrong reasons. The two starred in a reality show called The Simple Life that aired in 2003. As if they were already popular, they unlocked a new level of fame. The show, which followed Nicole and Paris as they tried to live without their luxuries, portrayed them as carefree party girls who were out of touch with the real world. Although the show was a huge success, it solidified the public's perception of Nicole as a wild child with little direction. Behind the scenes, however, Nicole was struggling with deeper issues. Growing up in a famous household had left her questioning her own identity. She later admitted in interviews that she had trouble finding herself outside her father's shadow. "I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to be," she said in an interview with Glamour in 2014. This struggle with self-identity led her to rebel against the expectations placed on her. Nicole was already showing signs of rebellion when she reached her late teens and early 20s. She began experimenting with alcohol and hard substances, which quickly became a way for her to cope with the pressures of fame and her feelings of insecurity. Her behavior during this time became increasingly erratic, and the media was quick to latch onto her struggles. Her friendship with Paris Hilton, which was a source of fun and excitement at the beginning, also contributed to Nicole's rebellious image. The two were often photographed engaging in wild behavior, and their antics were regularly splashed across tabloid covers. In an interview with the New York Times, Nicole recalled, "We were young and we made mistakes, but at the time, we didn't realize the impact it would have." Struggles and redemption. One of the most significant issues Nicole faced was her battle with substance abuse. Like many young celebrities in the public eye, she struggled with drugs and alcohol. By the time she was in her early 20s, her partying had escalated to the point where it began to impact her life seriously. In a 2006 interview with Vanity Fair, Nicole admitted that she had been using heroin and cocaine during her hardest times, saying, "It was my way of coping with everything. I thought I had it under control, but I didn't." Her substance abuse problems came to a head in 2003 when she was arrested for possession of heroin. This arrest was a turning point in Nicole's life, as the media began to focus on her legal troubles and personal struggles. Following her arrest, Nicole entered a substance rehabilitation program, but her journey to becoming clean would take several more years and multiple stints in rehab. The media attention during this time was relentless. Nicole's every misstep was documented by tabloids, which often portrayed her as a troubled wild child who couldn't get her life together. From her substance use to her frequent partying, the public saw Nicole at her lowest, and the criticism was harsh. Tabloids were filled with stories about her erratic behavior, weight loss, and run-ins with the law. In many ways, she became the poster child for Hollywood's young, out-of-control socialites. In all of this, Nicole had a strong support system, particularly from her father, Lionel Richie. Lionel had always been a hands-on parent, and he stood by her during Nicole's darkest moments. In interviews, Lionel has spoken openly about how difficult it was to see his daughter struggle, but he never gave up on her. In a 2016 interview with People magazine, Lionel said, "As a parent, it's your worst nightmare to see your child go through something like that. But I knew I had to be there for her, no matter what." Lionel's support during this period was important to Nicole's eventual recovery. He regularly visited her while she was in rehab and clarified that he would help her in any way he could. In a 2014 interview with Oprah's Masterclass, Lionel revealed that he gave Nicole tough love but unconditional support, telling her, "You're going to make mistakes, but you have to learn from them." Another incident that put Nicole's name in the headlines happened in 2006 when she was arrested for driving under the influence. At the time of her arrest, she was driving on the wrong side of a Los Angeles freeway, and her blood tests later showed that she had been under the influence of marijuana and Vicodin. The arrest led to a jail sentence, though she only served 82 minutes of a 4-day sentence due to overcrowding. Even though her time behind bars was brief, the incident served as a wake-up call for Nicole. Marriage, motherhood, and personal growth. Nicole Richie's transformation from a rebellious party girl to a dedicated wife and mother is one of the most inspiring chapters in her life story. A part of this change began when she met Joel Madden, the lead singer of the band Good Charlotte, who would eventually become her husband and the father of her 2 children. It would suffice to say their relationship began Nicole's journey towards stability, personal growth, and family. Nicole and Joel first met in late 2006, and they quickly formed a deep friendship. Their relationship flourished at a time when Nicole was beginning to reevaluate her life and distance herself from the Hollywood party scene. In interviews, Nicole has described Joel as someone who provided her with a sense of stability, which she desperately sought at that point in her life. Joel, known for his rebellious punk rock image, was also ready for a more settled life, and together, they began to work towards mutual growth. The couple announced they expected their first child in 2007. The birth of their daughter, Harlow Winter Kate Madden, in January 2008, transformed Nicole in ways she hadn't anticipated. In a 2014 interview with People magazine, Nicole reminisced on how motherhood changed her outlook, saying, "When I had Harlow, I finally felt like I had a real purpose. I knew I had to be the best version of myself for her." Nicole and Joel's relationship grew stronger after the birth of their first child. In December 2010, they married in a small, intimate ceremony at Lionel Richie's Beverly Hills estate. The wedding was a joyous celebration of their love. Close friends and family attended the event. Nicole's father, Lionel, walked her down the aisle. In a touching moment, Lionel shared his happiness for his daughter in interviews, stating, "Joel has been such a wonderful influence in Nicole's life, and I'm so happy for them." Just a year after their wedding, Nicole and Joel welcomed their second child, a son named Sparrow James Midnight Madden, in September 2009. With the arrival of Sparrow, Nicole embraced motherhood with even more enthusiasm. She often spoke about how raising two children brought her a new level of fulfillment. Nicole said in a 2013 interview with Elle magazine, "My kids are my everything. They have taught me more about myself than I ever thought possible." Motherhood not only helped Nicole grow personally, but it also strengthened her relationship with Joel. The couple often talked about how they worked together as a team to raise their children and maintain a strong family bond. In interviews, Joel has been vocal about his admiration for Nicole as a mother, praising her for her dedication and love for their kids. In an interview with Rolling Stone 9 years ago, Joel said, "Nicole is the rock of our family. She's such an amazing mom, and I couldn't do this without her." As a mother, Nicole made a conscious effort to give her children the stable, nurturing upbringing she felt was important. While she grew up in the spotlight, Nicole wanted to provide a more grounded and private life for Harlow and Sparrow. She and Joel decided to keep their children out of the public eye as much as possible. How about her businesses? Let's find out. Fashion and business success. Nicole Richie's quest from reality TV star to a respected fashion designer and entrepreneur is all thanks to her creativity, hard work, and ability to reinvent herself. After gaining fame through The Simple Life, Nicole boldly decided to step away from her reality TV persona and focus on her passion for fashion and design. This transition was important for her career and allowed her to establish herself as a serious businesswoman and creative force in the fashion industry. Nicole founded her fashion brand, House of Harlow, 1960, in 2008. It was named after her daughter, Harlow. The brand began as a jewelry line and quickly gained popularity due to its unique, bohemian-inspired designs. Nicole's distinct style, which blends vintage and modern elements, became the signature look of House of Harlow 1960. The collection was well received by fashion enthusiasts and celebrities alike. What started as a small jewelry line soon expanded into a full-fledged lifestyle brand, offering everything from clothing and accessories to home decor. Nicole's designs, known for their eclectic, free-spirited vibe, resonated with women who appreciated her effortless style and attention to detail. In a 2015 interview with Harper's Bazaar, Nicole explained her vision for the brand. "I wanted to create pieces that women could wear every day but still feel like they were making a statement. It's about feeling confident and comfortable in your skin." Nicole's success in fashion wasn't just about creating stylish pieces. It was also about her ability to stay true to her creative vision. She was deeply involved in every aspect of the brand, from designing the collections to overseeing marketing and branding. In interviews, she often spoke about how important it was to maintain creative control over House of Harlow 9060, ensuring that the brand always reflected her style and values. In an interview with Vogue, she said, "I'm hands-on with everything. This brand is an extension of me, so it's important that it feels authentic." As House of Harlow's 9060 grew, Nicole expanded her career beyond fashion. In addition to her design work, she pursued acting, writing, and other creative ventures. In 2010, Nicole published her first novel, The Truth About Diamonds, a semi-autobiographical story that drew on her experiences growing up in the spotlight. The book was well received and further proclaimed her as a multifaceted talent. Nicole also returned to television, but this time in a different role. She starred in Candidly Nicole, a VH1 reality series based on her popular Twitter feed, where she shared witty observations about life, fashion, and pop culture. The show ran from 2014 to 2015 and showed Nicole's sharp sense of humor and down-to-earth personality, allowing her to connect with a new audience. In addition to her acting and writing ventures, Nicole has frequently collaborated with other fashion and beauty brands. She has worked on capsule collections and was a style ambassador for several high-profile companies. Through these collaborations, Nicole has reached even more people with her fashion-forward ideas and unique style. Nicole's success in fashion and business has earned her widespread respect and admiration. Over the years, she has been known for her contributions to the industry, receiving several awards and accolades for her work as a designer. She won Entrepreneur of the Year at the Glamour Women of the Year Awards in 2010. Today, House of Harlow 9060 continues to grow, with Nicole as the creative director. The brand has expanded its reach globally and remains a favorite among fashion lovers. Nicole's ability to reinvent herself from a reality television star to a successful entrepreneur is a remarkable achievement, and she has proven that with vision, determination, and authenticity, it is possible to build a lasting legacy. Nicole has always talked about the importance of staying true to oneself in fashion and life. As she said in a 2016 interview with Elle, "Fashion is about expressing who you are. It's not about trends or following what everyone else is doing. It's about being yourself and feeling confident in your choices." Relationship with Lionel today. Throughout the years, Nicole Richie's relationship with her father, Lionel Richie, has remained strong and close. As an adult, Nicole often credits Lionel for his constant support and guidance, especially during her most challenging times. Despite the ups and downs of her youth, Nicole's connection with Lionel has only grown stronger, particularly as she has matured into a wife, mother, and successful businesswoman. Today, Nicole and Lionel share a deep father-daughter bond that goes beyond the typical family dynamic. In interviews, Nicole has spoken fondly of Lionel's role in her life, often describing him as her rock and someone who has always been there for her. In a 2016 interview with People, Nicole talked about her relationship with her father, saying, "He's not just my dad, he's my best friend. We talk about everything. He's always been my biggest cheerleader, and I'm so lucky to have him." Lionel, for his part, is incredibly proud of Nicole's transformation from a rebellious party girl to a respected mother, entrepreneur, and fashion icon. He has openly shared his admiration for her in interviews, often praising her resilience and ability to overcome adversity. In a 2020 interview with Access Hollywood, Lionel expressed his pride, saying, "Nicole has come so far. I'm just so proud of the woman she's become. She's a wonderful mom. She has built an incredible career, and she has done it all with so much grace." One of the key ways Lionel has influenced Nicole is through the values he's passed on, particularly when it comes to parenting. Now a mother of two, Nicole has often spoken about how Lionel's parenting style has shaped how she raises her children. In an interview with InStyle in 2018, Nicole shared, "My dad was always very present, no matter how busy he was. He ensured we were loved and supported, and I try to do the same with my kids." She explained how Lionel's wisdom has helped her maintain balance in her life, saying, "He taught me to stay focused and to always put family first." Lionel's influence on Nicole's life extends beyond parenting. He's also helped her through the pressures of fame and success. Growing up in the public eye, Nicole has experienced her fair share of challenges, but Lionel's guidance has been instrumental in helping her stay true to herself. In a 2019 interview with The Guardian, Nicole shared, "My dad has always told me to focus on what makes me happy, and not to worry about what other people think. That's something I carry with me every day." Recently, Nicole Richie's parents proudly supported her at the Los Angeles premiere of her movie, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Her mom and dad, Lionel Richie and Brenda Harvey Ritchie, have always cared for her since they started caring for her. During an interview on Today with Hoda and Jenna on April 10th, Nicole shared how excited her parents were at the premiere. "My dad was really loud, you guys," she joked. "He kept talking through the whole movie saying, 'Oh, this is great. She's so funny.' And I was like, 'Dad, we're in a room full of people. My mom was just as bad.'" What do you think about Nicole and her father, Lionel Richie? Would you love to have such a bond with your daughter or dad? Let us have your opinion in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.